Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your patience. The slides are up. A lot of last minute stuff, you all. A lot of last minute stuff. Okay. Okay, let me make sure I can see everything that you're seeing. And got it, got it, got it. All right. Oh, almost. Hmm. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is it. Very cool. Now, let me see who was here first. Fancy, fancy. Thank you so much. Lydia Washington, Janice Goodrich, Mary H., Lorna Williams, Judy Matassit, and a host of friends and others. All right. Hey, Black Queen. Majestic Sussex Royal Report is here. All right. Um, oh, let me take that away. So, in case you haven't heard already, there is a sample of the American Riviera Orchard. And this one is numbered 17 of 50. So yeah, there were 50 lucky people who got a sample of American Riviera Orchard. So, well, credit cards ready, right? We should be seeing something really soon. Just be patient. Something is coming up soon. But we're going to talk about the Meghan effect and a few other things, but let's just get into it. So there it is right there. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner just got a little sweeter. Thank you for the delicious basket. I absolutely love this jam. So, not sure I'm sharing with anyone. And that, of course, was a gift to Miss Tracy Robbins. Miss Tracy Robbins, who you should remember. Oh, by the way, you all, already this thing is out of order. This is out of order. This was supposed to be next. Uh, let me do this first and then we'll get back to her. So there's Brian Robbins. That's the what is he? Disney something something. Anyway, that's the couple that invited the Sussexes to come down to Jamaica for the premiere of One Love, right? And so that was one of those surprises that we were not expecting. But if you remember, just like last night when we got the photos of the little black dress, um, it was one of those things that came up and somebody said, parents, blah, 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 blah. There's some photos from Jamaica. I'm like, what? What? You know, that voice went up real high. What? And yes, it was. And this is what we saw. And I think I was about to get off. And what was it? Like a whole nother hour I was on after that, if not longer. So you just never know. I really like the evenings for that reason because there's so much stuff that just kind of piles up. And it's not a matter of being the first to talk about it. It's just I'm excited to talk about certain things. So there you can see ARO, American Riviera Orchard, number 17 of 50. And of course, again, that went to Tracy James, aka Miss Tracy Robbins. Um, okay. Now let us get back to our girlfriend. This, of course, is me Key. K. It's me Key. Anyway, that's the young lady from the um, TikTok that we love so much. And I'm not saying that this is going to be something I do every day, but I can't get enough of her. So let's go ahead and do it because she's so messy. I love her. Just messy. Good messy. Ready for it? Here goes.
Launching. 50 lucky people got to get hampers filled with homegrown lemons and some jam. Now I know y'all trolls, lunatics, and derangers are gonna be in my comment and be like, oh, that's so boring. But guess what y'all gonna be doing? Y'all gonna be on American Riviera Orchard's website looking at her boring items. And you're gonna be helping her out financially. You wanna know how? You wanna know how? Even though you might not buy anything, guess what you'll be doing? You'll be looking, which therefore further helps her traffic on her website, which helps her get what? More money. That's right, you sure will. So Mother Markle could be selling a piece of tissue. Guess what I'm gonna be doing? Buying it. I sure am. But y'all, it's getting ready to drop, and I'm getting ready to buy. Y'all have a good day. Y'all, Mother Markle is soft launching.
I love her. Mother Markle is soft launching. I love her. She is a hoot. And that laugh. Ah, I love it. She's so messy. I'm telling you, this young lady is giving those trolls, those derangers, she is giving them fits. She is giving them headaches. So do make sure you go over to TikTok and subscribe to her. It's underscore me underscore key. I think another underscore. But anyway, it's spelled ITZ. It's is. So yeah. Oh man, I just love her. Okay, so again, that is what the product looks like. Take a look at it again. And thank you to all of the squatties who made sure that I had a chance to see this because I actually was on Spaces when someone said, guess what? Guess what? And then they posted the photos, but still it was very thoughtful of you all to make sure that I didn't miss it. But yeah, I kind of caught it when it was coming down the pike, fortunately. And anyway, and I'm glad for it. um oh, okay, let me see, where is the thing at? Did I let it pass me up? Mother Markle has soft launched. Oh my goodness. I don't see it. I don't see it. I think I missed it. Oh, there it is. It has gone by me. And what is that? Sussex Spotlight? Oh, okay. That must be a new Sussex friendly space. Thank you. Okay. So again, that is the soft launch. And I just love lemons. Anytime I see lemons, I think summer. I think lemonade that I drink. I love lemons. So nice touch. Nice touch. Plus lemons just have that terrific smell. Now, right here, the Royal Salute Polo Challenge to benefit Centabale, Wellington, Florida, April 12th. Guests attend. That is the Royal Salute Polo Challenge to benefit Centabale, et cetera, et cetera. And anyway, there are some of the people that are behind the scenes making sure these events happen and making sure that the right people are benefiting from these events. So just wanted to share that because with all of the other excitement, we don't want anyone to get lost. Like, for instance, uh, look at all the nice people that make sure that I have some good information when I go out. And and it takes a village, as they say. So a lot of the information that I gather, sometimes I find things just randomly. Sometimes I discover while I'm looking for receipts, other things, and it all comes together. But the most essential part are the other content creators and such that are on the social media and of course, everyday people who just love Harry and Meghan that provide the information that we share to combat some of the negativity that has come out of those palaces, and of course the courtiers, and of course you can continue with the royal rota and the rest of the twisted media, and then of course the trolls. Oh, cool. Sharon, Marcia Lawrence Hunter's birthday is today. Thank you very much, Lydia Washington. And of course, you know what we do for birthdays. I run to the kitchen. Oh no, what am I saying? I we dance. I don't run to the kitchen and grab a cookie. We dance. Who said that? Oh man. I tell you, I don't move fast as I used to, that's for sure. Um Hello, Ivy here. Okay. And let me see. Hit it. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Today is Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor's birthday. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Church Nellie's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, I oh uh hmm, somebody forgot to mute, huh? Okay. Thank God for the open floor plan. That's all I can say is thank God for the open floor plan. Okay, thank you very much. And again, happy birthday. And many happy returns of the day. What is today? April the 15th? Ooh, that's gonna be weird for the what I have planned for later. But anyway, I was wondering about that while I was setting up for today. Okay, so this is a couple of the photos that well, actually, this is a photo, but I kind of zoomed in so you can see more of the detail. And then there's another. Well, if you notice, the um, the Duchess of Sussex and of course Delphina, they have retreated to the shade so they could relax a bit. And I've noticed that there's a lot of kicking off those shoes that happen. Like another photo I saw, there was Nacho walking around in his bare feet. Oddly enough, someone who loves to go barefooting, Harry kept his shoes on, which was weird for Harry, but okay. Because Harry is like usually the first person to kick those shoes off. But yeah, it seemed like the thing to do. And I guess, it should have been fun and relaxing, even though there was a lot of work being done. Every day at work should be like this for everybody. So I love it. Uh, oh, okay. Yalibi's birthday as well. Wow. Okay. Well, happy birthday and many happy returns of the day, Yalibi. We'll do another dance off later. I made some wallpaper today. You know how I told you I always like to have those backdrops like that. So I just kind of pieced this one together myself. It wasn't so difficult either. Okay, got to talk about it because it did happen. There was a court date today, and it was not favorable to our side. Unfortunately, the court decided that Harry could not appeal the ruling about his security. And on top of that, at a discount, he still has to pay the court costs. So there's about a 10% discount, meaning that he 90% of the balance, which could be upwards of £1 million. I'm not sure exactly, but he's got to pay for court. Isn't it a good thing that he's making a lot of money, right? Because they're going to need it. It's not over with yet. I believe the ruling meant that he could not appeal through that particular court, but he does have a chance to make his case in another way, I hope. But yeah, it's just one of those things, you know, a minor setback. But the thing that we should remember is that Harry's life is in California right now. And also, what is that? Lydia says that is a win for him. He just does not know it yet. Not safe in the UK for any of them. Exactly. So, what I was going to say is that it's a loss for the people of the UK. It really is because Harry is still beloved there by so many people, even though we keep getting these negative messages and such, or negative stories from the tabloid media. There's still a lot of people there that love Harry and love the Duchess of Sussex, and they would love to see the family there. But as the royal family seems to be slipping down the abyss to irrelevancy, they have taken this very stubborn-minded stance against Harry and his family, and truly, it's going to be their loss because there's a whole world out there, um, and yeah, it's their loss. So if that's the way they want it, then so be it. Harry's life is in California, and that's that. It doesn't mean that he can't go over there, but they just will not have his family there. And over time, things may change, but for now, it just makes sense to concentrate. And this is what leaders do. This is what achievers do: is they focus on positive things. You don't dwell on those minor setbacks. And that's what it is. It's a minor setback. It's not the end of the world, and certainly not the end of his world. So anyway, let us continue, and so be it for that. And best of luck to those people that have been you know that have been going against the Sussexes, because the ancestors have been kind of picking them off figuratively, one by one, and they're not doing so well. They really are not doing so well. And I won't elaborate on it any further, but yeah, they're in a spot of bother. A lot of those people that have been the troublemakers. So we got work to do. We have products to launch. We have docu series and such to make. We have a made for, what is it? Well, we have a movie. We have a movie to make. Something about a lake. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff to do. Let them worry about all that stuff over there. Um, because yeah, they're it's the last drink at the, what is it they call it? They're having they're having a drink at the Last Chance Saloon or something like that. The Forgotten Brigade. Yeah, it is like the Forgotten Brigade. So to you know what with them. Okay, moving on. Now, Maureen, Richard Eden says Meghan Markle's cookery show for Netflix won't be filmed at the Montecito mansion. She shares with Prince Harry, and filming is due to start tomorrow. We don't know that. We don't know that. Maureen doesn't know that. I think Maureen is probably, You know how some people read tea leaves? I think Maureen is reading dog biscuits. Yeah, Maureen is reading doggy treats. Maureen takes a handful of doggy treats and throw them out on the table, and then based on the way they lay, Maureen tries to come up with some theories about what's happening in the future, but she don't know. She don't know. She knows about as much as anybody else. When they tell us that they're filming, then we know that they're filming. They have run a pretty tight ship in uh, the Montecito uh, house, and nobody knows what's going on until they want us to know, because in Montecito there are no leaks. So Maureen can pretend to know, but trust me when I say this, she don't know. She's speculating. She just needs content. She needs something to say because they're letting go of a lot of these writers and columnists and such, and she might be the next one on the cutting block or chopping block to go. So don't believe it. When you hear it from Harry and Meghan, then it's true. When you see some real evidence of it, then it's true. But it really doesn't matter when they start. And as for her not filming in her kitchen, why would you think that she's going to use her actual kitchen for a production? Who wants a production in their household? If it's one thing I learned from Tyler Perry allowed the filming of one of those movies, one of his early movies, in one of his mansions, and it was never the same again. You just don't do that. You really don't do that. This is a major production. This is not someone with their iPhone and a ring camera. Okay, it's not Megan with an iPhone and a ring camera. There's going to be lights. There's going to be a crew. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, but it's not going to be Megan with a ring camera. So um, there's just no way that Maureen has some kind of exclusive information that sets her apart from anybody else. So um, stick that in your beehive. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, right? Yeah. And I'm telling you, ancestors, do what you do. Where are the ancestors? There they are. Yep, the ancestors are watching everything. They're aware of everything. So be careful, Maureen. Be careful. There's praying grandmothers. There's praying aunties. There's lots of prayer protecting our faves. All right. And the little dress that could, the little black dress that could, worn for good, Saint Agni. Saint Agni, is that what it says? Now, the price, I believe, is $405. I think that's what it says. $405. So, you know, uh, pretty much affordable for. Oh, wait a minute. That's not what it says. Let me try to enlarge this a bit. $465. Yes, it's 465. Mm-hmm. We donate $1 something from every order online. Oh, okay. Okay. Now you see there when it has to do with our Duchess, there's usually something good that's going to happen with the purchase or something sustainable about it. So there you go. They are donating $1 with every purchase. Which may not seem like a lot, but remember, that is a retail price. That is not how much it costs to make the item. It's not how much it will sell for, or should I say, it's not how much the retailer purchased the item and all that. So that is pretty good. So per unit, that's not bad. But yeah, so there you go. Uh, oh, 1960 says. Oh, that makes it. Well, I wasn't expecting Harry to be a regent anyway. Harry's not going to be a regent. And I'm not sure whether I think the parliament decides who can be regent, but I believe that's up to the parliament to decide that. But yeah, I wouldn't put any stock into that right there. Um, and also, we really won't know until till that time comes. So, um, because they've been changing some things. So, and there hasn't been that many regents in modern times. So, I would just wait on that one. Our impact. The causes worth buying for. Every purchase will be worn for good, not only grows for the movement toward a circular economy, but also creates positive social and environmental impact. We're so proud to announce that our Q1 charity partner for 2024 is Share the Dignity. 100% of the profits raised during this quarter will be donated towards Share the Dignity, an organization that exists to support women, girls, and anyone, who find themselves in a vulnerable situation across Australia. You know how embarrassed I get. Here's the money we've raised up to date quarterly. Yes, anyone who's having their monthly visitor, anyone who's greeting the who's riding, yeah, anybody who's riding the cotton pony. Yeah, that's how you say it, the cotton pony. Anyone who's riding the cotton pony across Australia. uh right, right. Okay. Oh man. Okay, why am I blushing? Why am I blushing? So the total amount $54,271, I suppose, is that Australian dollars. We've raised for women community shelters 10,900, and we've raised for Women's International 10,000 something something. Oh wait, I can look here. 10,383. I'm almost afraid to look at some of the comments now, but let me see. Uh, I will not. I'm embarrassed. I am literally sitting here blushing. My face is all hot. Uh, anyway, so that is the little black dress that could. Isn't it incredible that even in a seated position with her back to the camera, they have managed to identify the dress and it has already sold out? $465 dress is already sold out. So, but remember, the money goes to a good cause. Well, some of the money. And check out those knockers. Now, for some reason, I'm okay saying that. Check out those knockers. Yes, the earrings, of course. Dior vintage crystal and enamel door knocker earrings, right? Isn't that a nice pair of knockers? And of course, the Ariel Gordon bracelet. And yeah, and that's the St. Agnes studio dress. What an outfit. What an outfit. Oh, you all love when I get embarrassed like that, right? Ah, well, I tell you, don't forget to hit the like button, all right? Do me a favor. Don't forget to hit the like button. It helps to keep the lights on. Now, wait a minute. What was this one? Oh, I was going to do another sound bite for the dress, but I thought not. But anyway, that was a slide that I had for it, but I could not find it before I came on. Now, the Megan effect. So this is where I got the title for today's video, the Megan effect. Now, everyone wants to holiday in Florida. Increase in holiday bookings to Florida since Harry and Meghan Polo appearance. Interest in the Sunshine State soars among Brits and Canadians. People want a taste of the Floridian lifestyle showcased by the Duchess of Sussex over the weekend. And I tell you, that whole weekend was a postcard. It was a love letter and a postcard to Florida. It really was. It was a love letter to Florida because it showed that very Floridian, um, refined, cultured lifestyle that a lot of people move there to enjoy. There are a lot of wealthy people that have recently moved to Florida. And I think one of the reasons why so many people are choosing to leave is because it's getting kind of expensive. But for the people that are moving there, well, I guess maybe they feel like some of the riffraff is leaving, so now I can, get down. I guess there's that notion of exclusivity or whatever, but if anything sells the lifestyle in Florida, it is going to be the Sussex's weekend. What a powerful couple. Meghan Markle advised to keep making public appearances. Now, I'm not sure where this came from. Interest in event skyrockets when Duchess of Sussex is involved. Massive increase in media coverage. And social media goes wild for Duchess fashion. And it's all very true. It is all very true. Whenever Megan steps out, there's an incredible amount of interest. So while we're listening to all of the negativity that is coming from the likes of, well, Ingrid Sewer and all the rest of those people, just remember that the Sussexes are winning, and of course, people are incredibly interested in all things Meghan and Harry. So they have that going for them. All right. All right. Um, you know what? I forgot what this was about. I forgot what this was about. Oh, I tell you. Okay, I know what it is, but I'm at a loss for words. So why don't I just play it? I actually saved this last night, and now that it's here, I'm just like, what was that about? I know it has to do with her cooking and stuff like that, but um sometimes you just really have to put things or should I say put people in their place when they try to punch above their pay grade, and this is a classic case of it. Negativity just for the sake of being negative.
Making content and putting out there. People are like, how dare they make content and put it out there? This is ridiculous.
Well, it's
We're
pretty
paying for
poor.
them,
It's
even
pretty
though you're not.
poor.
What's poor
Have you
about
seen
it?
Just selling their
Well,
lifestyle.
have you
But
seen
what's
it?
wrong with yeah?
No, no one's seen it. It's not made yet.
Exactly.
It will never get made.
But that's my point, is that you can't say it's
They wanted
poor.
privacy, and
You
now they
can't-
make documentaries about their
Okay.
lives.
No, that,
First
you're,
of all,
you're
they
using.
did it,
That's not what they said.
This before, and I've said
Yeah.
this to you before. At no point did the words "we want privacy" come out of their mouth,
No.
and that's a fact. They didn't say that.
Yeah.
So you can't keep saying that's a thing because it didn't happen. Number one. Number two, they've signed a deal to make content This is what people do. There's a million cooking shows because
you
people
can
like
still attack
cooking
them.
shows.
Great. Good to have another one.
But the thing is, you can't
It is.
just attack people just because they're fair game.
And the fact is,
and doing it on something that's non-factual, it doesn't make sense.
But
now that
Rebecca, do you think actually the Duchess of Sussex just wants to avoid being tabloid cannon fodder because that's what she will be?
Of course, wouldn't anyone? She has been repeatedly bullied. We cannot change the narrative. She has to be in that box where the press don't like her, the public don't like her. And it's like, what do you want her to do? If she doesn't go, she's not supporting Harry, she's taking another stab at the royal family. If she does come, it's we don't want her here. I think she's doing the best thing. And you've noticed, I think she's actually much in sort of contrast to Prince Andrew. She listens to what the public think about her. She now has, you can't ignore that repeated, I call it bullying. You can't ignore that repeated bullying. She has stepped back repeatedly. She has pulled back and knows that people aren't interested and don't want to hear from her. So she is listening, and I don't blame her. The kind of vitriol that has been spat at this poor lady who hasn't really done anything, I think, on the scale of what Prince Andrew has done to the royal family. In comparison, it just happens the narrative is different when it comes to women in the royal family. I don't blame her. I'd like her to put her feet up with a cup of English tea at home and enjoy the time with her family, because she doesn't have to be paraded around like some kind of show pony.
I don't really care for the comparison to Prince Andrew. I think that is misplaced. There's nothing about Harry and Meghan that ought to be compared to Prince Andrew. If you're going to make that comparison, then give them the Prince Andrew security. But still, don't make that comparison. So, it's okay, most of it. But the Andrew thing, that's when you totally lose me. I don't like the Andrew comparison. So the lady with the blue polka dot thing on, that is showing way too much leg for good taste. That was her assertion. I don't like it. But that being said, it's rather odd to hear Talk TV have this kind of pushback of any kind. But of course, it was the two Black journalists or personalities that they hired who has done the pushing back. They have a fine line that they have to maintain in order to be on television. And of course, it could not be easy. There's not a lot of television to go around. There's not a lot of people that look like them on television. And also, we have to remember that legacy television is a dying industry. And of course, along with newer, television stations like Talk TV, which of course is now all on YouTube. So, which is how most people watch things today, is by streaming it. I respect their role that they have to play. I don't like some of the things that they go along with, and even some of the things that they've said. And far too often, these comparisons to Andrew, or this speaking of them like they're misbehaved children, is so inappropriate. They're not misbehaving children. They're not brats. They're not rogues. They are a couple who ran for their lives. They ran for their lives, period. They have had to pay a very high price for the peace of mind that they have. They've had to lose a lot of people for the peace of mind that they have. And they ignore so much information, just like you heard the fat one on the end, the one with the white collar there. Let me see. Where is he at? This one over here on the left. I forget his name, but you heard him say, "Oh yeah, great, another cooking show." No, it's not another cooking show. Is Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is her cooking show, which instantly tells you that it's just not another cooking show. because no matter how crowded the field, if what you have is appealing to people, it does not matter. You have to find your own voice and then, of course, speak your truth. It's just like going onto the social media. There's a lot of people that want to start a YouTube channel, that wants to go on TikTok, and they're not sure they should because it's such a crowded field. Well, all I could tell you is be yourself. Just be yourself. That's all people ever want is for you to be yourself. And which is the only way I know how to work is to be myself. So Meghan is going to do extraordinary no matter what. And they ignore things like the uh, Spare, best-selling memoir, a best-selling book, a nonfiction book of all time. They ignore things like the Spotify, the first uh, number one not what am I saying, TikTok, the first number one podcast to knock Joe Rogan off of his 3-year reign. The numbers speak for itself. Number one in 47 countries. 47 countries, it was number one. But they ignore that. And both husband and wife, New York Times best-selling list. Meghan, Gracie Award. Meghan, the whatever that thing was from Variety, and so on and so on and so on. They keep ignoring that stuff as though they haven't accomplished anything, but that is what they have to sell to keep people engaged with watching talk TV, with GB News. And it's just not true. They're lies. They omit very important data to make their case. But no matter how you add it up, Harry and Meghan are winning. Here we go again. Why does Meghan Markle always heels at the Polo? Wait a minute. Heels at the Polo. Duchess is known for choosing impractical stilettos for sporting events, but it's all to do with acing photo ops with Prince Harry. Do you know that someone was once refused entry to the Cannes Film Festival because they were not wearing the proper shoes? In this society, in this misogynistic society that we live in, there is a certain standard placed upon women. And I just said day before yesterday, Meghan has to do double duty in some ways because not only does she have her work, yes, they're equal partners in their relationship, but more people are going to scrutinize Meghan for what she wears compared to what Harry wears. So I used that example of Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire, they were both dancing up a storm, but everything he did, she had to do it backwards and wearing high heel shoes. She had to do it backwards in a pair of heels. Now, the day you see someone like a Fred Astaire dancing backwards with their partner wearing heels, please let me know because it hasn't happened yet. And such is the standard for women. Society expects certain things. And if you don't, then obviously there's going to be hell to pay. This is the same stupid kind of comment like with Meghan. Why does she always wear impractical white outfits? And then what happens? Mumbles shows up wearing her white power suit, which is their words, not mine. Her white power suit. Every time you turn around, there she is in her white power suit. When Meghan went to the Dusseldorf, they had brought Mumbles out to go someplace in France for soccer or whatever. And what happens? She wears white, which is what Meghan wore to The Hague the first day that she showed up was a white suit. See what I'm saying? But there's no case made against the other one because, well, that can't be allowed. Invisible contract and all. And of course, this being the Daily Fail, what else would you expect? And then when you take a look at this, there's Mumbles doing the exact same thing, wearing impractical stilettos. Why no cry of foul? Why no outrage? And also, I would love to see Mumbles run in a pair of stilettos. I would love to see that. But there was nothing said about it. There was nothing said about it. You know, I don't think that anyone should have that kind of scrutiny placed upon them, but this is the world that we live in. And even though it is modern times, it's not that modern because still we put a certain standard upon women, especially a professional woman, a woman of means, of education. There's a certain standard that one must follow. So Meghan has intermittently chosen to wear the ballet slipper to the Dusseldorf games. She also wore stilettos, and she also wore a sneaker, an athletic shoe. But it's her choice. It's her choice. You don't dictate or and you certainly shouldn't question what she wear. Whatever she wears is because that's what she chooses to wear. That's her prerogative. Why are we reaching across the Atlantic Ocean to fixate on what Meghan chooses to wear when there is a long line of images that they can choose from? There was no comparison, not for this article. There was no comparison. It was just Meghan is impractical. That's the whole point. By the way, did you see the face on that nose? Did y'all see the face on that nose? Anyway, okay, let me stop being shady. Uh, I'm moving on, but and of course, I think just to be fair, because you know how fair I like to be. I don't want to be accused of being biased or prejudiced in any way. So why don't we reach out to Kensington Palace for comment? It seems like the only fair thing to do.
Well, obviously it'd be. I would love to have met her, and she's obviously she's an inspirational woman to look up to. Obviously on to this day, and you know, going forward and things. You know, it is. You know, it's a wonderful family. The members who I've met have achieved a lot, and you know, very inspirational. So yeah, I do.
You don't say. No, really, she didn't say. And of course, on that very same occasion, which was a polo event, it was a polo event. Let us remember, and remember I said I would love to see her run in those shoes. Well, the reason why I brought that up is because she nearly had to do that, because when she tried to reach out to her partner, well, anyway, this is what happened. Yeah, just leave Meghan alone. Leave her alone. Let her do her thing. All right? You have it's like Harry and Meghan said. We'll go and you can have every front page. You can have all the front pages. Isn't that what Harry and Meghan said? They said, we will go. You won't have to worry about us anymore. We'll leave. And then you all could have all of the front pages, right? And that's what happened. They left, but unfortunately, they didn't have all of the front pages. They've only had a certain amount of front pages. But even when they do have the front page, the article starts with Harry and Meghan and it ends with Harry and Meghan. So even when they're not on the front page, they're still on the front page. It's the only way you can get people interested to read the story. And of course, again, the little black dress that could, thanks to Nacho, we actually have seen these photos. Otherwise, I don't think anyone else took any photos. And hopefully, at some point, we'll get something else where we can see Meghan moving about with the dress on, but probably not. It's a pretty classy group of people, and they don't tend to share stuff as much. And of course, it would be interesting if anybody within the Sussex squad is actually following some of those other people in the group. Not impossible, but not likely. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, so far I haven't seen anything else, but I hope we do. But until then, we'll just, matter of fact, I am going to do a quick sweep across the Twitter and see if I can find something. Nope, nothing. Oh, wow, that is nice. Whoever put this little collage together, that is beautiful. Huh. Yeah, so far nothing. So far nothing, but that's okay. I will check again before I leave today, but I think I was pretty caught up when I started. So let's move on. Here's another view. Oh, in case you logged off early yesterday, I found a few extra photos before I signed out. So here on the left, you can see Nacho is giving a speech. There is Harry and Meghan in the lower part of the photo, and I believe that is Delphina on the left side there. And the dinner took place in the stables, very elaborate, ornate stable. Well, actually, it's more minimalist, but still a nice space. What an interesting place to have a dinner anyway, right? And then I love the photo on the left side there, Delphina wearing her jumpsuit with the big straw hat. And I like the way she just turns and smiles like that. And these are photos that Nacho posted. And then, of course, Delphina, Alba, and Nacho, they're on the right. Oh, and by the way, in case you missed it, Megan and Alba is in the background. See them there behind Delphina? So we can pretty much guess when this was taken. Oh, yes. If you guys notice, Lydia has posted the official Royal Sussex Buy Me a Coffee link, which is new. And guess what? No one has actually used it yet. There's no prize for being first, but I'm just saying no one has used it yet. And I think I put it up a week ago. So I'm going to pin that to the top of the message. And then let's see what happens. All right. Okay, continuing. You know, though, Nacho and Delphina, they're just so athletic. They are so ideally suited for each other. Both international models and both very athletic people, high achievers, both of them. Wow, they're a power couple. They really are. They are a power couple. I just love them together. And of course, I'm embarrassed. I can't remember her name, but that's the one from, and I can't remember the other guy's name either. But there they are. And then I found the photo on the left side today. I found that today. Or no, did I think I found it last night, but I didn't share it with you because it was after. But yeah, they had some kind of little stage there. So I wish that, I don't know, maybe Santa Ballet will post something. That would be really nice if they do. But maybe Santa Ballet will post something later. I hope they will, because I would love to see that. Let me see. Mm, I tell you what, I'm going to look at their website right now. Santa Ballet. And nothing. Nothing. They haven't posted anything yet. Oh well, we'll wait. We'll wait. And then too, I just thought about one more. Just thought about one more. What about I wonder if anybody went on to the nothing new there. I was wondering about the Archwell website, but nope, nothing new there. Okay, let's continue. By the way, I love that blue dress that she's wearing. That pattern, I love that. It's beautiful. Nice, deep, rich blue. Delphina says, for me, life's true joy lies in creating moments that make us happy and that we can share with our loved ones, and more so playing the sport we all adore. I can only be thankful for the opportunity to contribute with such an important cause. We can make this world a better place. I'd like to say thank you to all of the support to Cintabale on Friday Polo match, to the generous players who donated their time, to the sponsors for the continued support, to Mark and Melly for stepping up and letting the event happen at your place. Oh, thank you, Delphina. I like her. Okay. Um, Queen Mary of Denmark cuts a frosty figure as she looks away from King Frederick on their on skiing trip to Verbier. Is it Verbier? The couple have been hit with issues of marital strife and affair rumors. You guys, she always looks very serious. I mean, let's face it. Um, Queen Mary always looks very serious. But that being said, I mean, her eyes do kind of say, "Hi, pig." I mean, it looks like her eyes are just saying to her, "Hi, pig. Get away from me, pig." I'm just kidding. She's very angry. And rightly so. If things are the way they say they are, I can't be sure. But where are the body language experts with this couple? It's too bad because I really do like both of them. But they say that Queen Mary is polling much higher than her husband for obvious reasons. Probably because he's been a pig. Hi, pig. I saw that on Friends. There was this episode of Friends when Joey was in an acting class, and he was dating one of the girls in the class, and then she found out that this other girl had dated him as well, right? And so when he got to class, the two girls had been speaking to each other, and the one girl really didn't care. So he walks in, he's like, "Hi, Sarah. Hi, Joey. Hi, Jane. Hi, pig." Oh my God. I must have watched that one little scene about 10 times. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Joey. Hi, Jane. Hi, Pig. Oh, oh boy. Well, you know I'm a huge fan of Friends, but God, that was funny. Hi, Pig. Well, anyway, that's what Queen Mary reminds me of right now. Um, she's gonna. Is that a turtleneck or is that a cervical collar? Because if she doesn't stop looking away, she's gonna injure her neck. Seriously, looking away all day. I mean, how long can you turn your head sideways? What if they were on like a flight to Australia? Are you going to fly all the way to Australia with your head turned sideways like that? How long do you think you can fly with your head cocked to one side? I think that she should try to enter into the Guinness Book of Records for the most pissed off queen consort in the history of Denmark. She is going to fly all the way home with her head cocked to one side. So I don't know how often the two of them go back to Australia, which is where she's from, but that will be a very long flight, a very very long flight. But anyway, you know what? I shouldn't laugh because this is very serious, and and she shouldn't have to go through this, and it is so public. It was very clumsy. Not that we know that anything happened, but if the reports are correct, he may have spent the night with a woman who was not his wife, or at least spent the early hours of the morning. But it's embarrassing. I mean, it seems as though he was trying to get that last round of something, but and also for the children, it's a bit embarrassing. Yeah, you know, I hope that it's not true, and I hope that whatever it is, they work it out because it really is too bad. It's just it was a magazine from Spain that started the whole thing, and and it was careless. It was really careless. It should not have happened. Yes, Beverly McCaskill. He made it public for being stupid. Yeah, it was just very clumsy. It really was. I mean, when something like that happens, I mean, not that it should happen, but it's not like he was at a hotel. He was at a private residence. That's why it didn't make sense. You have money, you have means, you know how to be discreet. But she's not the kind of woman who will tolerate that public embarrassment. Yeah. Yeah. Which is not unusual for very smart, wealthy people. They usually don't. But now, of course, you know, it's probably impossible. Good thing they have 20, 30, or 40 bedrooms. Yeah, it's unfortunate, though. I really do feel awful for them. Now, look who's there. It's the Maroney twins. I just love these kids. I think that every wedding that ever takes place should have the Mulrooney twins. I've said that. I don't care how they do it, a hologram, robots, lookalikes, whatever. But they were just so cute. I think every wedding should have the Mulrooney twins. And look at there. They were absolutely adorable. And I remember their dad said, well, we wanted to make sure that they could have fun. So we didn't give them too many, rules or instructions because we didn't want them to not have fun and enjoy the day. They did a great job. And of course, their sister, she was there as well. Um, I don't, you know what? I don't know any of their names. I just know that they're cute. Anyway, take a look. Where did the 6 years go? Those kids are huge. They're all grown up now. Well, I mean, they're still kids, but Um, yeah, I adore those kids, and of course, they're too old to do weddings now. I'm sorry, if they're not uh this adorable, um, yeah, the moment has passed. Too late. They will never be that adorable again. So, um, yes, they can do weddings, but it's just not going to be the same. Yes, I saw the funeral. I saw the funeral. Um, it's like it's been what, like 2 weeks now? A week, 2 weeks? Yeah. Anyway, so I just thought I would show you guys how they've all grown up and everything. That is the Mulroney twins and their sister, who of course were the absolute joy of the wedding. Okay, continuing. So I asked about April 15th birthdays because, and I was kind of hesitant to share this with you, but did you guys know that weird things have happened on April 15th? Like, well, the assassination of I'm sorry, of I was about to say Abraham Kennedy, of Abraham Lincoln, the sinking of the Titanic, the Hillsborough disaster, the Boston Marathon bombing, the Notre Dame fire, and the worst of them all, tax day. Today, taxes are due. Yes, today, taxes are due. So it's just one disaster, one bad news story after the other. Um, Either ask for an extension or you probably have until midnight to submit. I don't know. But yep. And I guess taxes really should be a part of today's story because it's inevitable. Death and taxes. Death and taxes. So, did you all know that there was one African American and his mixed race, actually, an African Haitian, a Haitian of African descent, and his mixed race children that were on board the Titanic when it sank? Yep, there was a family on board. The Haitian engineer Joseph Laroche, um, and his French wife and their children, um, and their descendants have been largely excluded from history. But he moved to France, of course, being able to speak French, it was easy for him, being from Haiti, which the dominant language there is French. He went to France to study engineering. He is a descendant of the whoever that guy was that was the big revolutionary for Haitian. Sorry, I don't remember his name, but he's one of the descendants. Anyway, um, Joseph, he actually, what do you call it? He wanted to study engineering, and so he did, and he got a degree in engineering. And over the period of time that he was there, I think from 1908 until 1912, he met and married his wife. And was that right? Or no, 1906, I think it was, something like that. He met and married his wife. She came from a pretty well to do family. And they were supposed to sail to America on the La France, a ship called the La France. But when her mother heard that they were going to sail, um, actually, I'm sorry, they were going to sail on a different ship, right? Oh no, I'm sorry, that's right, it was La France. The reason why they didn't sail on the La France, but her mother did buy the ticket. She heard they were leaving, and she wanted to make sure that they got there comfortable. So she bought them first class tickets for the La France. Unfortunately, the La France did not allow the children to eat in the dining room with the first class passengers. So they traded their first class tickets for the La France for the second class accommodations of the Titanic, the HMS Titanic. Well, we all know what happened on the maiden voyage. Um, but yeah, so they were not steerage compartment people. They were actually second class passengers and would have been first class passengers, but because of the accommodation with the children, they decided that they could not bear to have their children be away from them during mealtime. So they wanted to sail on a second class ship just so that they could be together and stay together. And then, of course, we all know what happened. The Titanic hit the iceberg. Well, he went down with the ship, but she and her children survived and they moved back to France. And I don't know what has happened to them since, but that was the sole black passenger on the Titanic and his mixed race children. And of course, his French wife. Lorna Williams says Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier today. Thank you, Lorna Williams. Thank you very much for that. That is great news. Yeah, there has been plenty historic things that happened today. It's just those other weird things that makes April 15th kind of weird. But a lot of famous people were born on this day. So, yeah, it's not all bad news. Thank you very much for that. Now, The Crown in Crisis. I have no idea what that's about. Um, what could I say? There, it's on Hulu. I don't think I'm gonna watch it unless I hear from the other squatties that there's something important. I'm not gonna watch it, and I doubt if it's going to change anything. So unless I hear something salacious, I am just going to ignore it because I don't want to just, put a feather in the Royals' caps, um, because they don't deserve that kind of attention. But yeah, that is available. So if you have seen it, let me know. Okay. Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh are setting the perfect example for Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis on how to be a successful spare, royal expert claims. Speaking to OK, the royal expert Jeannie Bond, oh, good grief. Jeannie Rewrite History Bond said Edward and Sophie are setting the perfect example for Charlotte and Louis on how to be successful in the British royal family as a spare. You know what, guys? I think there must be something that they have seen recently that has said that, it looks like is going to be history repeating. And so to get ahead of it, to try to make it look like they're trying to do everything right. But I'm just wondering though, what is it? What is it that Sophie and Edwina, what is it that they could teach Charlotte and Louis? I don't know because they're not exactly spares. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be the Yorks. The Yorks are the spares, not Edward and Sophie. So, what is the notion here? Why are we trying to pretend like Edward is closer to the throne than his brother? Let's see. Both of those kids have strong personalities. I hope they both break free. Here, 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 here. Well, I'm going to tell you why this is not a good reason, or should I say, why there's good reasons not to make the comparison with those other two. First of all, what are they going to learn? Dress like Christmas trees, even if it ain't Christmas? Is that the point? Is the point to try to convince those children, even if it's not Christmas, dress like a Christmas tree? Or um, start being moody and weird like Anthony Perkins in Psycho. Yeah, start channeling Anthony Perkins in Psycho. Or if you see a black man talking to your mother, who was, handpicked from everyone to help her pay for her Oyster card, um, maybe Edward can teach them how to run up to him and say, "Can you just step back? You think you could just step back?" You see, even the queen is looking like, "What are you doing, fool? He's teaching me how to do this." But Edward come prancing over there like Rambo. Could you just step back? Oh, he was so butch that day. Ooh, he was so butch. I'm telling you, he was so butch. I didn't know he had it in him. He was the epitome of a real man chasing away that uh what do you call it? A transit worker away from his mother, even though they asked him to be there. And if it was for the cameras, I could understand that. But the thing is, most of the cameras are behind the queen, not behind this guy. So that didn't make sense. I saw another photo. Most of the cameras, especially the official cameras, was on the other side. He's supposed to be there. You step back. Anyway, I guess that's one of the things that they could teach the kids is how to be rude to transit workers. Another thing is, of course, how to audition for your own movie. Because of what he did that day, people started looking at him differently, and they cast a movie. It was a low budget film, it didn't do well, but it was called Prince Edward is Rambolina First Blood. And instead of, how, what's his name? Stallone had that little phrase that he used in the original First Blood movie. Well, in this one, is just step back, right? Just step back. Oh, he was so tough, that one. Anyway, okay. So what else can they teach? Oh, yeah. Sophie could teach the kids how to dress like the Cracker Jack kid. Yeah, how to dress like the Cracker Jack kid. Because if it's anything those children need to know is how to wear a blue jumpsuit to the royal ascot. Again, a blue jumpsuit at the royal ascot. I would have been embarrassed. You could see Edward was nowhere around. Edward disappeared. He didn't want to stand next to her. Okay, what's another one? Wear a silly hat. Um, I think one thing that she could teach the kids is how to channel Pharrell. Yeah, how to dress like Pharrell Williams. You just go and buy the biggest hat that you can find. No matter how inappropriate, find the biggest hat you can find, and then you too can channel Pharrell in the royal family. Okay. Next, how to avoid being caught glaring and glancing at your sister in law. I'm sorry, that ain't even her sister in law, at your niece in law, at your niece in law or niece or whatever. Try to avoid staring at someone who's always going to be your better, who's always going to be higher ranking and more superior. At this point, poor Sophie wasn't even a duchess yet. I thought they were never going to make her a duchess. And if it wasn't for that mirror, we wouldn't know what she was staring at. But look at how sad she looks because all that time it went by and she still wasn't a duchess yet. Oh, yeah. She looks so stoic and sad. Meghan married into the family and was a duchess right away. She married into the family as a countess, the Countess of Wessex. And then what's worse is Charles made her wait a whole year and a half after the queen died before they gave her the title that she was promised back in 1999. Also, Sophie could teach the children how to be grateful when the queen has the footman go outside and scoop up some corgi poo, put it in a plastic bag, and make a little hat for you to wear. That's something that she could teach the kids. Also, she can teach the kids how to yell at the help. Yeah, how to yell at the subservient help. How to yell at a 250-pound security officer, wagging your finger in his face. She could teach the kids how to do that. Although it's other people in the family that teach them the same thing. But yeah, she could teach the kids how to yell at the security officers, the royal protection officers. Also, she could teach the kids how to have people run over by your she could teach the kids how to order the motorcade to run over civilians, right? Over subjects, should I say. Old lady crossing the street, nail her. Someone, a secretary driving home in her car, hit her. Yeah. I think there's been like at least three of these things that have happened with Sophie. So maybe she could teach the kids how to do that. Or she could teach them how to wear those country cottage kitchen curtains. Yes, if there's anything that Sophie could teach Charlotte is how to wear a country cottage kitchen curtain dress, right? Because it's not bad enough that it looks like something that was snatched out of the window of a country cottage kitchen, but to find someone to make it into something that you could wear, well, that takes skill. So, okay. And then next, also, okay, probably not that, but how to embarrass the royal family and marry into, but they're already royal. So, let's just say Sophie was quite colorful before she married Edwina. Or let me see what else. Oh, you she could teach them how to pretend like they don't know who Oprah is, right? She could teach them how to pretend like, or they can teach their niece and nephew how to pretend like they don't know who Oprah is, right? Next, how to dress like the Sussexes. As you can see, when they saw Harry wearing that jacket with the lining that matched Meghan's dress, Sophie thought, oh, you know what? We ought to do that too. So there you go. She could teach them how to copy off the other royals. Next, how to give a crappy gift, right? Go all the way to the Caribbean and give them a photo of yourself. Yeah. Next, how to dress like Annie Oakley. Yeah. How to look as frumpy as possible because after your motorcade has run over someone, in order to make yourself seem humble and concerned and distraught, you ask one of the groundskeepers to borrow their jacket, and then you find another country cottage kitchen curtain dress and put on some boots and go out. Yeah, put on your motorcycle boots and then go outside. And people will think that you really feel bad about what happened. Next, false grief. I'll call that one false grief. How to give up 18 hours protection. You know, it ain't got that thing if you don't let it swing. Is that how they go? It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing. Do wop, do wop. Anyway, just remember, 18 hours protection was created for a reason. Unless you've just given birth to a sewer worker, unless you have just given birth to a sewer worker, there's no excuse for allowing gravity to get the better of you. I repeat, unless you have given birth to a sewer worker, There is no excuse for letting gravity get the better of you. Do wop, do wop, do wop. Okay. And of course, do not leave until you get your money's worth. If you are going to go through the trouble to get a recommendation to go to the same salon that your niece uses, your niece in law, or whatever you call it, you know, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I could see they both been to the same. Yeah, it's true. They have been to the same place. Never mind. Next. Okay. And of course, don't you ever in your life again try to stare down our Duchess. You are not fit to try to throw shade at Rachel Meghan Markle, aka Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Meghan, who was a Duchess when she married into the family. Meghan, who didn't run her PR firm into the ground, but came to the family a millionaire, right? Meghan, who has her own money, who doesn't have to sit there and hope that the sovereign grant is going to rescue me this month. Do not ever try to stare down our Duchess. You are not fit. You are not worthy. Ever. Don't ever do that. Ever since I saw this, I have, let me tell you something. I have had an end for this chick right here. Ever since I saw this, that was just wrong on so many levels. You're not even supposed to be there. You're not supposed to be there, especially with the crap you pulled before your wedding day. You're not even supposed to be there. And yet, you got the caucasity to try to stare down Meghan. I wish I didn't see this. I really wish I hadn't seen this. But every time I see it, it just puts a bad taste in my mouth. So if you're new to Royal Sussex and you're wondering, how come you don't like her? This is why I don't. And this wasn't the first time. She did this several times, trying to bully and intimidate someone who is your superior through and through. Elegant, serene, intelligent, good with her money. I mean, even if, and don't ask me how I got their x rays, but even if you look at them down to the skeletal level, there is inequities. One is slender and serene and elegant in every way, and the other is dowdy and droopy and um, probably on the 21st hour at this point. Yeah. When I saw that, I'm just like, I just don't know what these two could possibly teach anybody. What can they teach someone? Losers, losers, both of them. Both of them tried to be independent and failed. Now, to be fair with Edward, Edward was doing a good job, but I think he kind of lacked imagination. I think the technical part of it, because he took theater and stuff, he kind of had the technical thing, but in terms of imagination, his television was not really memorable. But that being said, to hell with Sophie. I don't like her. That is a power couple right there. That is the total opposite of Sophie and Eddie. Those two. Power couple. Meghan is the moment. One of the squatties posted this, and I decided to fix it up for her. I'm gonna send this to her when I get a chance to. But the caption was written by one of the squatties. Me going to bed peacefully after a whole weekend of Harry and Meghan content. I love that. I love that. And I think that this squatty speaks for everyone. And of course, one of those great squatty prayers. By the way, we're almost done. Lord, how many are my foes? How many rise up against me? Many are saying of me, God will not deliver him. But you, Lord, are a shield around me, my glory, the one who lifts my head high. I call out to the Lord and he answers me from his holy mountain. I lie down and sleep. I wake again because the Lord sustains me. I will not fear though tens of thousands assail me on every side. Arise, Lord, deliver me, my God. Strike all my enemies on the jaw. Break their teeth of wicked, break the teeth of the wicked. From the Lord comes deliverance. May your blessing be on your people. Amen. And with that, thank you very much, everyone. Good night, one and all. 1 hour and 33 minutes. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. And thank you, moderators, for keeping this a safe space. And as usual, whenever you see our queens, it is time to go. Y'all know what I mean. And speaking of queens, we are going to close with Madam Duchess.